What if you could make the most of your financial situation so that you can pay your home loan off faster? What if you could save thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars on your home loan? What if you could also set yourself up in life so that you can really start to build wealth? This is Pay It in 5. I'm Dr. Linda Hamilton. We paid our home loan off in 5 years. I wrote Pay It in 5 to share how you can pay your home loan off faster and make money work for you. Pay It in 5. How to pay your home loan off in 5 to 10 years. Written and read aloud by Linda Hamilton. Chapter 2. What's wrong with how we think about home loans? When we go to the bank or the mortgage broker, we sit down, we give them information about how much we earn, they do some calculating, and then they'll tell us, okay, so the maximum we can lend you is $400,000 or whatever amount that they tell you. And we think, great, the bank can lend us $400,000 and we have a $100,000 deposit. This means we can buy something for $500,000. Let's start looking for properties at that price. But this is the biggest first home buyer mistake that can be made. People let how much they can borrow determine how much they spend and how much they repay. For example, now that I can borrow $400,000, how much did the bank say are my repayments? But this is a trap. Actually, I should say, but wait. There are 2 big traps. Big trap number 1, overspending. Just because there is a maximum you can borrow, you don't have to borrow it. When we let how much we can borrow determine the price of house we want to buy, we let our lender decide how much we should borrow. But don't let the lender determine how much you can spend on a property. You don't have to borrow that much money. You don't have to borrow as much as they are willing to give you. And you don't have to buy the most expensive house you could possibly afford. If you are not careful, letting your lender decide how much you can borrow could lead you to take out a bigger loan than you would have liked, particularly a first home. The more you borrow, the more you spend, the higher your repayments, the longer it takes to pay off your home loan, the more interest you pay over the life of your loan, and the longer it takes you to buy the house of your dreams. Don't spend all your money in one go on a slightly better property now, when you could have a much better property later by saving more in the short term with a smaller loan. Keep the debt small and manageable. That way, you can pay it off faster and save yourself hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest repayments. If you let the lender determine your home loan and how much you ultimately spend, you could be paying hundreds of thousands of dollars more in interest than you want to. And then repaying your home loan will feel like it drags on. You need to decide for yourself how much you will borrow based on knowing how much that means you can repay over the life of your loan. More on this in step 2, calculate. How much you spend on a property should never be determined by how much you can borrow. You need to decide how much you want to borrow. We'll come back to this. Big trap number 2, making minimum repayments. When a lender tells you how much you can borrow, they will also tell you how much to repay. That is, the amount you have to repay every week, fortnight or month to pay your home loan off. However, when they tell you the repayments, don't think of this as the repayment amount. Instead, think of this as the minimum repayment amount you have to make no matter what. The amount you have to pay back in order not to fall behind or go into arrears with your lender. You don't ever want this to happen. And then set your own repayment amount. Don't worry, step 2 takes you through this. The only way to get ahead is by setting a repayment amount that is more than the minimum repayment amount set by your lender. Always pay more whenever possible. The higher your repayments, the more you save. The faster you pay off your home loan, the less interest you pay over the life of your home loan, and the faster you could either be debt-free or buying your next property. Always make higher repayments than the repayments set by your lender. Always. There is a way for you to do this that will allow you more flexibility when using that money later. When I say always make higher repayments, there is something you should know. You can split up the repayment and put them into 2 different accounts. You can put your normal minimum repayment into your home loan account and then put the rest, the additional amount you want to repay, into an offset account. If you're not sure why or what this is, don't worry, I'll come back to this point again later. If you'd like help to plan your home loan and how you can make it work for you, head to payitin5.com/coaching to book a time to chat with me or the team. In life, you get what you spend your time doing. You've just spent your time learning how to pay your home loan off faster. Head to payitin5.com to book your session and make money work for you.